welcome to Civic Engagement and Outreach. If you are here by choice because you signed up, thank you very much for your interest. If you're here by accident because you're lost, please stay. Many thanks to the ladies this morning who helped me set up this room. We arrived, there were no chairs. And to Lisa Ramsey from Vienna Women's Club, who is the first vice president of Southwest District, for assisting me this morning. And for those of you ladies that were in the room that I captured to assist me also. If you are a district, oh bless your heart. If you are a district civic engagement outreach chairman, please raise your hand. Chair, not chairman, okay? If you are a club civic engagement and outreach chair, please raise your hand.
We are everything.
You got it covered. Thank you, ladies, for your leadership skills. Before we begin, just a couple items of a few housekeeping chores. You were given a Christmas card as you entered the room. Most of you have already signed those and returned them, but if you are still working on that project for us, when you leave the room, Lisa will have the container for you to drop those cards in. Those cards will be delivered to a VA hospital sometimes prior to the holiday season to veterans. And our goal this weekend, my goal this weekend, is to have 125 Christmas cards signed in honor of our 125th anniversary. So after this workshop, I'm going to give the remaining Christmas cards to the district presidents and ask them if they will coerce members who were not in this workshop to sign them for us. Secondly, as you know, your district presidents have the club packets, and I encourage you ladies to ask your club president to share the Civic Engagement and Outreach Program brochures with you. I've also included a couple tip sheets and stuff like that that I'm going to talk about later on in the program. Each club is also this weekend going to receive a booklet with the top 10 projects that were done in each CSP area. Be sure to get that from your club president. I'm sure she'll share it with you. And that essentially was each CSP's national report, okay? So this workshop is going, I'm a teacher and I'm kind of OCD. I like to know what's happening. So what we've been asked to do is to briefly go over our plan of work and give you some reporting tips and have a few moments for questions and answers. So I do promise you that I will give you that time.
Sharon, would you tell us your last name?
I'm sorry, I didn't even introduce myself. Dear Lord.
Dear Lord. Is that your last name? Dear Lord?
I am so sorry, y'all. I failed to introduce myself and my co-chair. My name is Sharon Wilkin, no S. I've been in Federation for years, and I'm S some years, and sometimes no S, but I'm no S. And my co-chair is Patty Hosea, and she was unable to attend this weekend. Okay, anything else that I've left out that's probably real important? See, I didn't think I needed to read the first part because I kind of had that down. I said I know to introduce myself. Okay. As you know, Civic Engagement and Outreach now includes a lot of projects that in the past were in home life and international issues. So I'm going to talk about those so that we're sure we report those in the correct places. In this program, we're going to work to create a better quality of life and foster a sense of community locally, regionally, nationally, and now globally. So we're gonna do a quick rundown of the program. Don't worry, I'm not gonna read the book to you. And along the way, I'm going to highlight some projects because we're supposed to feed the mind this weekend also. And I've chosen projects from clubs throughout the state that I thought any club could do regardless of your membership size or regardless of the size of your club treasury, because sometimes that's important. All right, the first section of civic engagement and outreach is citizenship patriotism, and that's pretty much self-explanatory. We're going to do everything we can to promote patriotism, pride in our flag, embrace the voting process and all that it has to do with, sponsor candidate forums, celebrate U.S. observance days, and we will work to preserve our historic sites, monuments, and homes. As a group of women, we're going to continue to encourage our fellow women to seek leadership roles within our community and government. Also, we will celebrate National Women's History Month. I want to tell you about a cute project that Service Guild of Covington did. They honored Martin Luther King Day of Service, Martin Luther King Jr. Day of Service, with a Pay It Forward campaign. Members bought gift cards or paid for a service, accompanying it with a note. This random act of kindness was provided by members of Service Guild of Covington as part of our Pay It Forward project to honor Martin Luther King Jr. The next section, and I refer to it as CEO, y'all, because civic engagement and outreach is kind of a mouthful. Okay, is safety, and safety is divided into 3 areas: community, personal, and vehicular. We're going to strive to keep our communities safe by supporting our police and fire departments and working with them to educate others in the community. Disaster preparedness is a focus in this area. Educating ourselves and others about the threat of identity theft, internet safety, and financial scams are pertinent to today's society and a new part of this division. Additionally, we will continue to promote vehicular safety by educating the public. Bremen Juniors thanked their community first responders with a Cookies for Gratitude project. And Winder Women's Club donated fresh fruit baskets to local first responders. Vienna Women's Club created grab-and-go snack baskets for police and sheriff departments. Also in this area, be sure when you read the top 10 projects, there was one club that partnered with other entities within their community, and they did a huge drive-through thank you for first responders within their county. I wanted to share with you 2 monetary awards that are in civic engagement, and they come under the category of safety. They're both $100 cash awards, and they are presented to a general or junior club, and both awards are sponsored by our longtime friend Jenny Glasgow. The Be a Buckler Award is presented to a club doing the most outstanding work to promote seatbelt safety. For free materials, contact Jenny Glasgow at, and ladies, this is not, I apologize, it is not in your handbook, but I have a PowerPoint. That is my very own PowerPoint. The address is Jenny, Jennie, at B-E-E, because she used the bumblebee as her symbol, Buckler, all one word, .org. The other award is Operation Lifesaver, and it's presented to the club doing the most outstanding and innovative project in the area of highway railroad crossing safety. She's got tons and tons of materials, and you can reach her at G as Georgia, GAOL at mindspring.com. But because both of these addresses, y'all are Jenny Glasgow, if you need her, she'll help you with either area, okay? I have included numerous items in your club packet about Operation Lifesaver. Got my PowerPoint down? Kathy Jones has teased me the whole ride. Got my PowerPoint. I don't do technology, girls.
You didn't need an extension cord for that.
No, I didn't. In fact, they took it.
Even a power failure.
They took it. Yep, I was good. All right, we're gonna take just a quick minute, kind of change things up for a second, and we're going to do a railroad highway safety test. Have no fear. I'm not gonna grade you on it. Okay, I'm gonna ask you 9 true or false questions, and they deal with railroad safety, for pedestrian safety around railroad tracks and trains. Now, I don't know about you girls, but my brain can only absorb what my backside can endure. So if you'd like to stand up, please do, because you don't need to write this down. Oh, come on. Okay, you're gonna need your hands. I guess I need to tell you that, okay? If the answer is true, you're gonna toot your horn. Boop, boop, you know, like a train. If the answer is false, you're gonna make the railroad sign false, okay? So if you don't know the answer, you can look around. Okay, yeah. All right. Okay, you ready? True. False. Got it? Okay. Number 1, always expect a train at each highway rail intersection at any time. Very good. Why? Because freight trains do not have set schedules like the old-timey passenger trains did.
That's something I
Okay?
learned.
All right, number 2, all train tracks are private property. I've got this going on. I love it.
They're very straight.
True. Therefore, it is illegal to trespass and highly dangerous, as we common sense knows, to walk on tracks. I remember a year or two back where it was the cool thing to have your photo made on a train track, and I cringed every time I saw it on Facebook. I just cringed. Number 3, you're doing good so far, girls. It is safe to cross the tracks just as soon as the last car of a train passes the crossing. Okay. False. You gotta wait till you can see in both directions. And then, you know, of course, you gotta wait for the arm. Right, okay. All right, number 4, playing on rail equipment, tracks, or rail cars is forbidden. Yeah, because why? It's illegal. It's private property, and you can be arrested. Number 5, trains have the right of way 100% of the time. Over emergency vehicles.
Really?
They can't stop. They can't stop.
Can't stop. Cars, police, pedestrians, everybody. Okay, number 6, a freight train traveling at 55 miles an hour. I'm sorry?
They're saying it's too much math.
You got this. Okay, you got this. I know that does sound like one of those old high school questions. Okay. A freight train traveling at 55 miles an hour can stop in the length of 2 football fields?
False.
False. How long does it take? Anybody
At
know?
least 5.
18.
Oh my goodness.
Takes oh, I'm so proud y'all learned so. Takes 1 mile for a train traveling 55 miles per hour to come to a complete stop.
We don't fight a train.
Okay, number
That's
7.
why they become.
Trains are noisy, so you'll have plenty of time to step out of the train's path when you hear it coming. False, because they say that trains are quieter today than ever before.
Oh.
Not producing that clickety-clack sound. I don't know about that.
Our hearing isn't as good.
Number 8, the weight ratio of a car to a train is proportional to that of a soda can to a car. True. And we all know, we've all probably accidentally at some time or another run over a soda can with our car. We know what it looks like. We have an inkling of what it sounds like. Okay, number 9, y'all are passing so far. A locomotive is always at the front of a train. Oh gosh, y'all are just stars. False, because sometimes they're pushed instead of pulled. Right.
They're in the middle.
Yeah, sometimes they are in the middle, Pat. You're exactly right. Y'all did so well. Now you are all Operation Lifesavers. So pat yourself on the back. Okay, and Lisa is gonna, you can just do the basket around, or you can pass it out however you want to. You're going to be given a Operation Lifesaver pin, and I would love, ladies, if you would take a minute at some time today and attach it to your name tag, so that hopefully other members who did not attend this workshop will have a question for you. They'll be jealous of you. Okay.
Operation what?
Life saving. Right here, baby.
Yeah, leave
Right
it.
here. See my PowerPoint? Okay, I'm gonna continue while y'all are doing that, and because of time. The next area and the newest total area of CEO is the needy, the homeless, and the hungry. This is our project this morning was for the hungry. So if your club, and I think Shelby is gonna announce this at some point, but she and I've talked. If your club members volunteered this morning in the Rise for Hunger project, please be sure that you report that. How many members? If you, this morning was an hour, and we had members who worked last night also. If you helped with that, report that also. Okay. We had, oh, I've got it written down. We had, how many?
660.
Right.
With 58.
58 members. You were sitting next to me and copied. Thank you, dear. Okay. All right. This section of CEO has to do with support and care, of course, for those who are less fortunate in our local communities and now as well as worldwide. We're going to support food banks, soup kitchens, coat closets, clothing closets, homeless shelters, and any organization that helps to combat poverty are projects that we will commit to. Our goal is to help others become, and this is the key word, self-sufficient. That's our ultimate goal worldwide. Operation Christmas Child should be reported here, as well as CARE, and also Red Nose Day. UNICEF, heifer, those kinds of things. Members of Stone Mountain Women's Club donated and collected items to pack 35 bags for the homeless. Each bag included a pair of socks, the number one requested item in a homeless shelter, as you already know, a washcloth, a bar of soap, toothbrush, toothpaste, Band-Aids, hand sanitizer, and a mask. Now, those bags were done by Stone Mountain Women's Club, but they in turn donated them to a church who had a mission group who went out into the community and gave them to the homeless.
One item though that is a little bit iffy, and that is the hand sanitizer. A lot of homeless people are alcoholics and everything.
That is true.
They're what?
That is true. Alcoholics, and they'll drink the hand sanitizer.
Could you read
That's-
that list again, please?
Yes, I surely will.
Is the
You
list
could do the
anywhere?
wipes, you could do the hand sanitizer wipes, but
That's
there's little
true.
travel bags in there, cause they, I don't think they'd eat it, but.
Is the list anywhere or just?
This is just, I wanted to share with you what their club did. It could be any items you want your club to include in the bags.
That's a very good
Can
list.
you repeat the list?
Yes, I will. Yes, I will. A pair of socks, a washcloth, bar of soap, toothbrush, toothpaste, Band-Aids. I thought that was a cool idea.
Yeah.
They did hand sanitizer and a disposable mask, I'm sure. I'm not sure if it was disposable or cloth mask.
Do you happen to know what they packaged them
Ziploc bags. Shireen, yes.
One thing I have learned through, projects and all, the Band-Aid brand.
Is the
of
best.
Band-Aids
Yes.
stick on dirty skin, on, whereas some of the cheaper ones will not.
That's true.
So,
Yes, thank you for that point, Shireen. Okay. Want to talk about anything about that area? Okay, moving on. Okay, military is the last section. And I think, ladies, this is the area of civic engagement and outreach that Georgia Club women have always shined in this area. We have been you have been so gracious in supporting our active service members and their families and honoring our veterans and giving aid to our veterans. The GFWC emphasis this term is on support and celebration of women in service. So our state challenge project, I got to choose a date, and so I decided to go along with Veterans Day, should be done within the first 2 weeks of November. So when you're reporting and it says, something about, will you report a challenge, did you do a challenge project? You have to say yes and then write it. So it's like your 11th project, okay? We did not have a lot of challenge project entries last reporting term because I think there were clubs that did not understand that it had to be done within that time frame. That was the first 2 weeks in November. And it is for women only, okay?
Right, say it has to be done the first 2 weeks of November.
Yes,
to
ma'am.
count as the challenge.
Yes,
To
ma'am.
meet the challenge.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So if we did one at a different time of year, then it doesn't count for that.
It does not count as your for a challenge project. There is a award to one club in the state for the challenge project, and if it had to be reported in that time frame.
But we could use it as a creative project.
you certainly can.
Which
Or
is
you can,
different.
I mean, I'm not saying don't do a project that, honors women in the service, you know, in June. I'm just saying, if you want it to, be considered as for the challenge award, it has to be done within that time frame. Does that clear up everything?
Very much.
Okay,
Sharon.
yes.
Is there I'm not familiar, like in Tipton, with women veterans, where can I get that information? With like VFW maybe, or American Legion, I just thought about,
I would think so, or if you have a military base close to your club or within driving distance. I know I'm from Vienna, so we do Warner Robins Air Force Base.
yeah, Albany is close.
It could be a member of your community that is a female in service and just do something for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know at our veterans hospital, they have a women's wing.
Yes.
And so ours currently have 12 women that are living there at the veterans home and hospital thing. We get Easter baskets for them,
You could
this
do,
year, so
November.
that's how I know, but you could call, they could tell you how many in your area.
We're having a hard time too in Dawson County, because we don't really have anything like that. And we reached out to the University of North Georgia, because there's a lot of students there, and said we have a female student, maybe we could help her out some way. And we're having a hard time too. We're gonna keep trying. The commandant is supposed to get us a female soldier that we can help, but it can be a challenge finding.
Yeah.
Some depending on where.
Maybe that's why it's called Challenge Project.
Yeah.
I do know, Shireen, I do know that they are opening a homeless shelter for women veterans in, Warner Robins.
Okay, that'd be good.
Okay? I have that information at home. On my desk.
So then we could, just mail them some items that they would need in that home? Okay.
Mhm.
Or take it or
Yeah.
whatever. but-
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
that sounds good.
All right, yes, ma'am.
A suggestion, I don't know if this would prove effective, contacting the USO perhaps.
Yes.
They might be able to give a referral.
American Legion's also a good idea.
Okay.
Julie, wants something?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, for the challenge project, is it for a woman in service, so she's currently, or is it a veteran?
It just says in service. I kinda left it open.
Okay, so it's open.
It's,
always in service.
And I think that's
Yes.
the thing you can do.
Okay, I'm not familiar with the military,
You
so.
can check
I'm
with your
learning.
local high schools that do the ROTC, and for any of the females, cause a lot of females, are going from high school out because they can get their college education by signing it. And you might could do, leaving home packages, you know, for them, you know, you find out how many in your high school are enlisting
Debbie
when they
has,
graduate.
Debbie has a comment.
Contact the National Guards also, there's lots of young women going into the National Guards to pay for, and I am a retired veteran, from the Army, and you can contact women of foreign services, and that's on the email, and they will give you information on how many you have in your area and stuff like that.
women of
Foreign
foreign
services.
services. Okay.
Women owned or women of?
Women of,
Okay.
and that would be anybody from, World War II up now to Afghanistan, I think.
Thank you.
That's good.
Thank you for your service.
Yes, thank you for your service. And your club could, honestly honor you.
They already did,
And
they
that-
gave me a blanket of valor.
I read about that. Yes, I did. Okay, that concludes going over the plan of work. Does anybody have any questions about anything I've talked about so far? Okay, because I need to speed this up. Okay, we're gonna talk about reporting now. I've included in your club packet, a CEO snapshot. Ladies, this would kind of be like your Bible for writing your report. I have brainstormed every possible project in CEO that I could think of so that you know where to put it. But let me say this, if you are writing your report and you are in question of to where to put it, if you call a CSP chair or email them and we deem where it should go, in parentheses write, per Sharon Wilkin, chair. Then that way, any chair has to accept that, okay? Because we back each other up, okay? I think when reading and judging reports, the top problem is, ladies, I don't mean to harp, I'm trying to help, is you report a project and you said the club did such and so for helping hands. We that read your reports and judge them, we're not from your communities, girls. We have no idea what helping hands is. Is it a food bank? Is it a soup kitchen? Is it a homeless shelter? Is it a pregnancy center reported in the wrong place? We don't know. So you're helping yourself, because if we know is what it is, we're giving you credit for it. If you'd write helping hands, comma, a homeless shelter, helping hands, comma, a soup kitchen. Okay? I think that's the number one problem in reporting. I truly do. Yes, Ms. Peggy.
Sharon, I'm thinking that it was going to help this year because you're going to have more characters.
Yes.
Yes.
But I mean, I'm talking about, Peggy, a one-line or two-liner project, and you still don't identify what it is.
You gotta identify what it is.
You have to identify who it is. We wanna know, when you write your report, we wanna know what you did, how you did it, who did it, why you did it.
Is it limited characters? Is that what you're
Yes.
saying?
It was 50.
Yes, but we're not getting into that, that's another workshop. I gotta roll, I gotta roll. Okay, alright, this was another issue with CEO this time. Lots of clubs reported projects for assisted living facilities. And I know that in a assisted living facility, you wanna do it for everybody in there, okay? Well, first of all, assisted living should be reported where?
Health and wellness.
Health and wellness, okay. But you've got 7 veterans that live in that assisted living. And you want credit for that, right? And I want you to have credit for it. So, a way to report it would be, and you'll understand this, the club purchased and donated pajamas to residents at the cloisters, comma, a local assisted living facility. 7 residents were veterans.
Okay.
21 members, $79 in kind, 7 hours. The remaining 25 residents were reported in health and wellness. Then you would do the opposite in your health and wellness report, okay? Okay,
That's helpful.
all right. Got that?
Yes,
Okay.
that was great.
Okay, the next one, while I'm on a roll, fussing, is I know that when you report Operation Christmas Child, most all clubs partner with the church, okay? So we want you only to report what your club did. If your club, say this, the club partnered with a local church to assist in packing 250 boxes. Assist. Club members donated 25 boxes and paid $100 in shipping fees. Okay, that way we know exactly what club members did. Don't make it, if the club only did 5 boxes, ladies, don't make it sound like y'all did 250 boxes because that's what the church did, okay? Because we, you know, when we see 250 boxes and then we don't see much money, we have to figure that out, okay? All right, I'm done crying now. Girl Scouts, where should it be reported?
Civic engagement.
Civic engagement. Boys clubs, girls clubs, civic engagement. Domestic violence shelters and, projects should be reported where? Domestic violence and sexual abuse, right. All projects dealing with special needs citizens should be reported where? Health and wellness. What I did was I went through reports and found, you know, clubs had done wrong. Pregnancy centers should be reported where?
Health and wellness.
Good. Libraries and book donations to VA hospitals,
Whoa.
homeless shelters, and food banks should be reported where? Correct. That's new. That is new. You don't double report it. Okay? It's the goal of the project. Okay? All right.
Say that again.
Yeah.
Libraries and book donations to VA hospitals, clinics, homeless shelters, food banks, soup kitchens, all those things that are in, the needy, the homeless, and the hungry, and military. If you're creating a library for those institutions, it should be reported in civic engagement and outreach. Okay? Yes, ma'am.
What about if you donate to the jail? Books, where does that go?
Good question. I think if you called me on the phone or emailed me, I'd say here.
I would too.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I think we're reporting it under libraries and education because they're building a library.
Oh, well then that's the question. Okay. I would say
Okay.
here, okay? All right, and let me reiterate again. Ladies, if you're in question, that's what your chairmen are here for. We are here to help you. We want to honor you and thank you for what you've done, and we want you to have credit for what you've done, and we want to be able to count it, okay? I'm real behind, aren't I, Lisa? Okay. All right, the next idea we were gonna do is called Brainstorm Project, and it's your input. How many of you have a birthday in August? Oh, please come to the front. Okay. Okay, we don't have long, so I might only do 4. Grab a bag, ladies. Look in it. Any bag, look in it, but don't take it out yet, okay? Come on, Miss Pat. Anyone you want. I want you to have that. Okay, I want to be sure that's done. Okay, this is what you're going to do, and this is an idea that chairman can do, so you as a club chairman do not have to dream up every project, okay? This is called project starters, and I have included an item in each bag, and we're going to start with Lisa, and she's going to show it to you, tell what it is, and just start brainstorming as many projects as she can think of that project starter could be used for.
You're gonna be highly disappointed in the amount of projects I can come up with it. So it's like a makeup bag, I guess. There's shampoo, conditioner stuff, so you could take these to homeless shelters, food banks usually take this type of stuff. You could take these to if you have a USO or do the women's veteran kind of project. Domestic violence shelters, yeah, exactly.
Bonk. Not in civic engagement and outreach.
Give them to the police officers and they can hand them out to people that
That's a
they
good
need.
idea.
That's a prayer. I'm so glad you came to this.
Yeah.
Thank you, Debbie.
Okay, all right, your, what's in the bag is your gift. Happy birthday. Thank you. Okay, Miss Pat.
Okay, I have thank you notes, note cards.
Patriotic notes.
These are patriotic note cards that you could send to our servicemen. You could send it to, the hospitals, the VA hospitals.
You could sponsor a candidate for them and, use that to thank the candidates for attending. Okay, thank you, Miss Pat.
She took your bag.
It was so pretty.
Oh, with the
That's
birthday
their
present.
gift.
Their birthday.
That's their gift. Happy birthday, Miss Pat. Okay?
Well, I have a book, so I guess you could start up to use this to start up for a library for the, send it to the homeless, to your, military. You could donate to your firemen that are in that work 24 hours on, and if they're not very busy, I guess they could have a place that they could read and do research or
Perfect.
what have you. You could
Thank
do that
you.
as well.
You listen well.
So,
Okay, happy birthday.
thank you very much.
Shireen?
Alrighty.
What did she make?
Part of the, is that part of it?
No, just that. Oh, it's a hold on.
You can do anything with money. You can add a few dollars to it, add $100 to it, or you just donate cash to some facility, well, not cash, I guess, but checks and all. Just donate money to facilities. They need money, they need everything, lots of.
I'm gonna help you.
All right,
Shireen.
help me.
Happy birthday, darling.
Thank you.
Okay, it's cost $9 to, pay for the shipping for Operation Christmas Child, one box, $9.
Need 8 more.
Okay, You could order and you purchase them online, the Operation Christmas Child boxes, they come flat, and then donate those to a church who does Operation Christmas Child. And collection, week is November the 15th through the 22nd this year. You could donate money to Heifer International to pay for chickens, goats, cows. Prices start at $10. Donate to UNICEF, who right now is, as we speak, sending aid to Haiti after their disastrous earthquake. World Food Day is in this area. Challenge your members on October the 16th to forfeit going out for a meal and donating those monies to go to World Food Day. Purchase a $15 wreath from Wreath Across America. You have to purchase them in November. And that's just a few ideas. Due to time, would you like to say something?
No, thank you for my dollar.
Happy birthday. Shireen, if you want a little more, there's other things. I have, okay, how much time do I have? 1 minute?
3.
3, okay. All right, I'm gonna close then.
I'm gonna shop. Okay, can I do this? It's mittens, yay! Can I swap the dollar?
You certainly, you can do anything you want to, Shireen.
Well, let me ask one question. I do Toys for Tots and all.
Yes, ma'am.
Alright, is that, would that be,
Yes,
it
and
would
shop
be
with,
here?
and yes, and shop with Cop.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. I hope, ladies, that I've sparked some project ideas and assisted you with your report writing. I thank you for your input. I feel very blessed that you were in this workshop. Before we leave, I'd like to leave you with a verse, and no, I do not sing, from a song from Diana Ross that I think applies to Georgia Club women. Reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this world a better place if you can. Ladies, you do reach out. You do make this world a better place. You are important to your communities, to our sisterhood, and to this world. I thank you very much for attending, and I will be around for a few minutes if you need a specific question that I did not address.